Hi guys, Bianca here to take you through our universal total body warm-up. You just need two pieces of equipment for this. Mini bands, we like the green Perform Better mini bands, you can get them on Amazon. And a light warm-up weight, anywhere in that 18 to 35 range. I like to do it with a kettlebell. Don't get crazy, it's just a warm-up. Alright, so let's get started. First we're going to do a little general mobility. We're going to start with a little just spinal flexion extension. So down on your knees, grab a mat if you need it. Reach your hands forward into child's pose. And then drop your hips forward to get some extension into sort of an upward dog, but your knees are on the ground. This is just a passive relaxed stretch. We're going to work our way back and forth here 3 more times. Good. Flip over onto your back. We're going to do a crossbody kick, alternating sides. So you're going to cross your toe up, trying to reach it to your hands. So get a little spinal flexion there and alternate sides. Notice it's kind of like a pendulum kick. So I'm not kicking so much up as up towards the hand. Go ahead and do 5 on each side. Good, roll over onto your stomach. We're gonna do the same thing. Scorpion kicks, this time hands out to the side. You're gonna kick your heel to your opposite hand. It's a little more extension. 5 on each side. Good. Next thing we're going to do is a shoulder mobility. You're going to lie on your side, circle your arm like a halo around your head. So again, laying, you rest your head on the ground, trying to drag your fingertips along the ground. Flip your palm up when it gets to your hand, or to the top of your head, and circle it all the way around, down to your butt. And then reverse that same circle. Back to your starting point. 4 more. Again, it's okay if your fingers come off the ground, especially if you're tight. They might come up off of here, but the goal is to try to get them back so you're dragging those fingertips. A nice good stretch in the shoulder. I already lost count. We'll call this 4. Good. Flip over and do the other side. And the last mobility thing we're going to do is a hip flow, kind of a combination of mobility exercises strung together. So I'll walk you through it real slow, and then we'll do it a little bit faster. So from here, you're going to start by stepping your foot forward like world's greatest stretch, and then we're going to reach our elbow for the ground, twist towards the knee, straighten the front leg, pull the toe up, hamstring, turn to face forward, shift and kind of grind through to the other side, And then pivot all the way, facing forward again. Elbow reaches for the ground. Twist towards your leg. Straighten the front leg for that hamstring. And that's one complete one. So you're gonna come back through, finishing in that same starting position. So let's go again. Elbow, twist, pull the toe up. It's okay if it can't straighten all the way. Pivot forward, slow grind, opening the hips. Pivot again, elbow, twist, hamstring and calf. Grind it back. Repeat, elbow, twist, straighten, glide over, elbow, twist, straighten. We're gonna go one more on each side. Reach, twist, pull the toe up, stay low, keep your butt low, push to the other side, reach, twist, and push back. Good, done with our mobility. Moving on to our next part, we're gonna do some activation with our mini bands. So go ahead and grab your band. There also is a version 2 of this that is activation with no band, so if you don't have that, grab that. We're gonna start by placing the band around your ankles. And we're gonna go lateral band walks. Keep your toes squared, about hip width apart. Always keep tension. You're gonna take it either in place or a set amount of distance, 5 yards, 10 yards. Want to do it for about 30 seconds. We're gonna go back and forth. Ready? Go. Try to keep your hips still so you're not rocking up and down. Gonna go again. Make sure you're not turning your toes out. Keep them pointed forward. Really pushing with that glute med. Should start to feel a bit of a burn. We need one more. Good, stand it up, shake it out. We're gonna do the same thing forward and backwards. You're gonna swoop the leg in, push it out. It's gonna look like this, swoop in, push out. Make sure you maintain that bend in your legs, that quarter squat. So going forward again, we're gonna go 3 times. Swoop it in, push it out. That is on fire. 2. Let's go one more. Good. Glutes are activated. Take that band off. Bring it around your wrist. Shoulder activation. You're gonna pulse the hands up. Our thumbs are pointing up. We're just gonna pulse our hands out. And from here, you're gonna take it all the way up overhead without arching your back. So pull your rib cage in. Maintain a tight core. We're gonna come up and down. Let's do that 3 times. It's okay if you don't get all the way overhead, but you're aiming to get there. Thumbs in, pinkies out, same thing. Pull the rib cage in. Three. Shoulders are on fire. You think you're done, but you're not. One more for the shoulders. Slight bend. Press the wrists out, keep the elbows in. We're gonna push it in and out at chest level for 10. And then in and out at eye level for 10. Ready, go. And up. Whew. Shoulders golden. Last two activations, we're going to do a core activation and one more shoulder and chest. So for our core activation, we are going to do bird dogs. You can do these from your knees, floating knees, or from a plank position. So all we're going to do is balance, go opposite arm, opposite leg. If you're doing it from knee, you're going to bring it in and out. Slow is the key. We're trying to keep our hips from rotating side to side. So really pull the belly button in tight. Try to brace before you lift your hands and legs. If you're going to float the knees, a little bit more challenging from here. All right, and then you can also do it in a plank position. From right here, make sure you're not arching your back, so tuck it underneath, pull it in. And we're going to go 5 on each side, nice and slow. So brace, just barely lift, and don't overarch, just like an inch off the ground. Brace, lift, control lower, reset, brace again, lift, control lower. All right, last part of the warm-up, go ahead and grab your light weight. A really good thing to do is just slowing down. Isometric holds really good for activation and mobilizing in our warm-up, and just giving our body a chance to turn on all our muscle fibers. So for this first thing, we're gonna do a squat, starting with an isometric hold, followed by 5 slow reps. So we're gonna hold it down at the bottom. Hold your kettlebell by the horns, right here below the chin, feet slightly turned out, and we're gonna sit down into our squat, no rounded back. So whatever your bottom point is, come up an inch. So your momentum is pushing up. Let's hold this. (10 to 15 seconds. You're going as long as I'm going. Go 5 more seconds. Keep holding it. 4, 3, 2. Stand up slow. And then slow squats. So slow going down. Slow going up. Really hit that standing plank. If you want a little extra credit, turn your kettlebell bottoms up. And at the top of each of yours, you can go ahead and halo it around your head for a little extra shoulder mobility. Slow going down, slow going up, halo. Let's do 2 more. Last one. Good. Next thing we're going to go is the hinge pattern, so more of a hip dominant bend. Deadlift, RDL. You're going to hinge from the hips, sit down. I want more of a vertical shin here, so not coming forward, more of a chest down. Push the hips back. Same thing, we're going to go a hold from this position. Make sure there's no rounding in the back. I'm extending my back up, but sink down into it. Hovering just below the ground. I already started the clock. Good, let's go 5 more seconds. Pull the belly button in, really push the shins back, push the butt back. Really want to be lighting up your hamstrings and your glutes for 3, 2, stand up slow. Now let's groove that pattern 5 times. Slow down and up. Folding at the hips. You don't have to touch the ground. Don't try to excessively bend. Keep extension in your back. 3 more. Let's count if that was 4 or 5. Let's do one more. Good, now we're gonna do a little unilateral, more dominant on the single leg. We're gonna do a kickstand, RDL. So more weight in the front, just tap this back toe right behind, shoulder width apart. You're gonna hinge. This front leg has just got a slight bend in it. It's taking 90% of the weight. This is really just here for balance. Make sure we're not rounding in the back. So from here, we're just gonna go 10, controlled, but doesn't have to be super slow. Grip your toes into the ground so you're not pushing all your weight into your heel and trying to straighten that leg. You wanna maintain tension in the front and in the back. Really feeling it in the front leg, the front hamstring. Switch sides. Ground that front one. Back heel is up, just for balance. Slight bend, push the hips back, but still maintain tension in the front. Squeeze the glutes to stand up. Again, don't try to touch to the ground and get a curl in your back. All you need is just mid-shin, just push your hips back. Good, almost done. 2 more exercises to go. We're gonna bring it back up into that goblet position. It's a little bit more core. And let's go reverse lunges, 10 on each side. You can alternate, or I'll do one side. Step it back, drive it forward. Make sure you're still getting a bend in that back leg. We're not going super far back here. About 60% of the weight in your front leg, 40 in the back. Switch sides. And 10. Good. Last exercise that we have is just gonna be a tempo press. So you're gonna go here, holding it from here. We're gonna go that overhead press nice and slow, just like we did with our push-up. We're only gonna go 3 on each side. Slowly press it up, keep the rib cage down. Slowly bring it back for 2 more. Third one, nice and slow, resist, resist. Rib cage pulled in tight. Slowly coming down. Good, flip it around, other side. 3. Block it out. Make sure you're coming back to this locked position here, not holding it out to the side. Set it from here, open it up. It's kind of a glide arc position. And last one. Let's do one more for extra good measure, just a little bit more core. We're gonna do the tempo press that we just did, in and out. So just like a power press, slight bend in the legs, shoulder blades pulled down, press it out, pull it in. Really pull the belly button in tight. Let's do just 5. That's 2. So that's it. There you have it. A universal total body warm-up you can use for just about anything. You can also use this as just a nice recovery movement on an off day, but you're good to go. Get after it. Hope you have a good workout.